Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Temple Owls, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. That one bounces through the end zone, so it'll start at the 25.
That's what we do.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Will hand it off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete. And it brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Oh, and he fumbled it. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
And the Owls are going to cash in here in the red zone. Going to run it. It's McCray. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or they'll check him out. The Owls hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Gets rid of it on the move. And he will score. Touchdown, Owls.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16.
There you go.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? the shotgun. Here's an inside give. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Great job on the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Boy, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a fourth down decision coming up.
Boy, he comes up just short of this first down, but a nice job of picking up some yards on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't quite enough to pick up the first down, but he gives him a chance.
And the returner will be brought down. Temple offense back on the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
The game makes it second and medium. And the quarterback dropping back. Defense is coming after him. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. The offense now looking at a third and short on their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. Well, these defensive ends are hard to handle on the edge. That's how he comes around the corner and hits the quarterback.
Boy, this defensive end is so talented. He can bull rush you and use his power, or also use his quickness to be able to get around the corner, bend, and then lower in on the quarterback. That's exactly what he's able to do, and I love the way he finished on that sack.
Nice grab. It's Watkins. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yard gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Hit as he releases it, and the pass was incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The Owls offense is back out on the field now. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Play action here on first down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Now moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass here on second down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third.
The ball is picked off. Not much on the return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So, the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's shoved out of bounds, but the defense was short of the first down marker.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
Crucial third down play right here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Shotgun formation here on third down. The short completion at the tight end. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, you have to get to a playoff opportunity. Your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Here's handoff on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Pressure is coming. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, LSU. Quarterback doesn't see anybody open. Kirk says, no, I'll just do this myself.
How about this? What a luxury. Anytime you can make something happen, even when all the receivers are covered, everything's taken away, you take it yourself. And good luck to the defense trying to stop that.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Temple offense out there. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Trying to catch the defense with the draw. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made over the middle. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick throw to his receiver. And he's got it. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll slot the ball to 40. They bring him down with the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Gets into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down to 27. This offense really threatening now.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
And the Owls have first and 10 here. It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result he could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. The Owls will look to convert here on 4th down. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Temple. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, and a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. The shotgun handoff here. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The Temple offense back on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They tacked him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught in the backfield. It's McCray. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Caught near the sticks. It's McCray. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the junior able to get home with the sack. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Owls. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. The offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. This is a squib kick. Picked up by one of the up men. Tackle is made at the 38. That's a good kick return. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Quickly.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. Instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 3. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And they've got the returner corralled. Owls offense is back out on the field now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Gain moves the ball right near midfield. It'll be 1st down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He'll take a deep shot here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's going to take off here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. On third down, he drops to throw. Contact as he let the ball go. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Owls will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes him second and medium. And he drops back in the gun. Grab down the middle. It's Young. A quick juke to get free. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU's really
intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? At the 10 now. Touchdown, Temple. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That's reeled in. It's Turner. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and it's dropped by an excellent defensive player. A chance at a takeaway. Got away from him. Don't see that often.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series. He almost threw another one.
So second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. LSU is now operating in the red zone. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, the quarterback makes the right decision here on the RPO to get out of the run game, get the ball out to that right flat, just unable to execute with the throw.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, and another incompletion.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
And he knocks that one right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here comes the Temple offense out there. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line. Receivers are bunched together. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Important 2nd down play coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Nothing open downfield, so they'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. The pass rush closing in. Caught over the middle. It's McCray. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Looking to throw again. He's running out of time here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Taylor. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
On the run, it's McCray. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Short pass finds the tight end. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Toss play to the outside. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Taylor. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. Impressive spin there. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
The Owls with 1st and 10 here. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Handoff from the shotgun. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Owls. And the route is on.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And now the try here for the extra point. And the extra point makes it a 35-10 game. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Settled for 3 last time. No doubt they're looking for the end zone in this possession. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
That's a dangerous throw. He falls incomplete. This defense almost had a second interception today. Punt team ready to boot it away. On the kick now for the 5th time today. Coverage C makes the tackle to wrap up the 3rd period of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. The shotgun running play call. He's found some room at the 45. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
Looking for a deep completion. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Bringing pressure. Fires it on the move. Incomplete. Very lucky to avoid an interception there.
This quarterback didn't have much time at all. I thought it was going to be an easy sack for the defense, but he shows you his strength and his athletic ability and instincts to be able to pull out of that, somehow avoid the sack and get rid of the ball.
And this pass is caught. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Grab near the sticks. It's Turner. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Breaks a tackle on the play. Makes a decent gain. Offense right to the line. Playing with tempo now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Let's go!
First down. Looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Fights off a defender. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, another nice run by this running back. He's well over 100 yards now in the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. An inside give now from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So, nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And the Owls starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll switch it up here. Looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And they add to their lead. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
And that one, my gosh, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Short throw complete to the tight end. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. Punt over the middle. It's little. They bring him down at the 45 at a solid gain to keep this drive going.
What a simple read and a simple throw for the quarterback. You want to give me the running back sliding out of the backfield? No problem. I'll take that. Let him do the work after the catch.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Looking to throw it again. And the ball caroms into the receiver's hands. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, we've seen this guy make a lot of plays, but one of the things that really stands out to me is his desire to want to come down with the ball. Here, the ball is deflected. Instead of giving up on the play, he still has that desire to come up with the catch to help his quarterback out.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Extending the play now. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st, keep this drive moving.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. That's caught. It's Young.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Defense is coming after him. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game, and this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Pressure is coming. Quarterback looking to scramble. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as they try to cut in to this lead. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Go, baby! Let's go!